Welcome to Whatnot. On to the next one. All right, we're gonna wrap things up with Shadow Zoo. This deck was really popular when Gitaxian Probe was legal because it gave you another way to be super aggressive. That being said, we still have Street Wraith and then Magic's Happiest Accident in Phyrexian mana to put Death Shadows into play quickly along with other aggressive one-drop creatures like Swiftspear and Wild Nacatl and Tarmogoyf. And then you have combo-style draws with cards like Temur Battle Rage paired with Become Amends. We're playing cards like Mishra's Bauble, not only to make our deck virtually smaller, because this is a free card that draws another card, but this also puts fodder into our graveyard to make our Become Amenses cheaper. This is a very aggressive deck that also gets to play Thoughtseize, so, you know, has reasonable tools as far as Modern is concerned. Can kill people quickly while still being a little bit interactive. What's going on, Marty? Easy mulligan to start. The Hooting Mandrills in the sideboard are for the removal heavy matchups, where you wouldn't want cards like Temur Battle Rage and Become Amends. Stream Decker is not updated. I will do that in a second. Yay, Magic. All right. I'm not looking for a third land, so let's go ahead and bottom that. Feels bad, man. Yeah, it's the same opponent. Magic Online has so few people playing it that when you rejoin a league, it counts you as a new person, so it can queue you back into the same person again. Which, at least we're playing a different deck this time, right? Although I don't think this deck has a good matchup against 8-Whack. We do a lot of damage to ourselves. Although Tarmogoyf's like a pretty good guy to have on our side. The shadows will definitely be very large very fast. You are not wrong. There isn't a basic in this deck, is there? There is a basic in this deck. That's exciting. I think I just want the basic. Yeah, Ola. I'm just not going to be taking decks like that anymore. My threshold for legacy decks moving forward is going to be Soul Land plus Chalice of the Void, Brainstorm Force of Will, or when on turn 1. We played a couple of Night of the Reliquary Mirrors that were miserable. We played against Miracles and it was miserable. It was not a good league. Temur Battle Rage Tarmogoyf is like a little bit of an onbo overall. Or sorry, Become Immense Tarmogoyf's a little bit of an onbo. Yeah, that rules legacy lands out. Following that equation. Am I dead? 4, 9, 10, 11. I'm going to 2. Unfortunately, I could this is why it's awkward, right? Like I can Temur Battle Rage plus become immense here, but like once I Battle Rage, I delve my graveyard away and the Tarmogoyf is no longer lethal. Yeah, just as we play more, and especially having a good standard format, the big thing I've come to realize, it isn't that I dislike Modern and Legacy so much that in these formats, playing decks that are tier 2 and like aren't well positioned and aren't the types of decks that are just good in the format in general, I find very frustrating and it's not something that I'm interested in doing anymore. So, is it crazy to cut the Death Shadows in this matchup? Is that nuts? Is it crazy to just, like, do this? Yeah, the gap between tier 1 and tier 2 in Modern and Legacy has just been astronomical. So unless they're doing something exceptionally sweet like Narset Cannon or Goblin Charbelcher, I'm just off it. What is Faith Shield? It gives a permanent, you control protection from a color of your choice until end of turn. And if you have 5 life or less, you and all of your permanents gain protection. And like, again, I don't dislike standard or, I don't dislike Modern or Legacy, but just like playing a bunch of decks that like, one, cost me a bunch of money to hemorrhage while I'm playing, and that also then don't generate good games of Magic, just puts me in a bad mood. Just like not worth doing. Didn't I board out Street Wraith? Or is that something else? Alright, I should have boarded out Street Wraith. Mistakes were made. Mistakes were made, chat. I thought I sided out Street Wraith, but I must have grabbed a different card. I have no idea. MTG Bot is not open source. So hoping to draw a land in 2 draws here. So we can get Tarmogoyf down. Come on, little guide. Alright, well. So I get to bolt this. I get to Bauble. And like, I'm hitting them for 3 here, and like, even if I miss another land next turn, I get to play Hooting Mandrills for the full delve, so like, that's not too unreasonable. Although, again, my delve spell is fighting with my Tarmogoyf, which is slightly awkward. So if we do hit a land like we did here, I'm probably going to Goyf before Mandrills, although I guess that land means I have to fetch Shock to Goyf, and I probably don't want to fetch Shock here. Welcome to Modern. Welcome to Modern. Oh, do they not have a thing? Gosh, our opponent's so unlucky. That's so good for us. I just assumed that we were gonna get Bushwhacker at the end of there. Grab Godless Shrine here. I'm getting this tapped and Hooting Mandrillsing this turn. It hurts my Goyf a little bit, but I think it's better to do this and play a little defense here than it is to shock myself and play the Goyf. Yep. With Mutagenic Growth here on the Swiftspear, we can play defense okay this turn. And I'm actually going to go ahead and let's see where this bolt goes. So Mutagenic Growth on the Hooting Mandrills here lets me eat this and save this in combat. This will be a 6/6. They need another bolt here to beat my Mandrills now. So that worked out pretty much better than expected. Just like we drew it up in a way. Hoots my goots. Big Hootie. Hootie and the Blowfish. Wow, we didn't get kicked. That's good. All right, let's kill a thing and drain them. Yeah, Moto's always been really slow. It's just the fact that we have something direct to compare it to now. It's just like, ugh. I'm only attacking with this one because this is a free block for them, kind of. Well, I guess they can pay the echo cost because they have enough mana. Maybe I should just full swing. Yeah, maybe a full swing is better there. Really weird that they wouldn't just pay. What do they need 4 mana for? If they weren't gonna pay, they should definitely chump block the Tarmogoyf. They should definitely like block this for 1, right? Yeah, it's gonna be my last deck of the day. This is the first match. Devastating Summons doesn't make you tap the lands, it just makes you sacrifice them. Alright, yeah, I think I'm gonna trim. I think these shouldn't be in my deck. I'm gonna put Trophy in a few Death Shadow tanks. Like, our health total is gonna be low like it was that game, just because, like, our opponent's pressuring us, especially on the draw. Yeah, maybe Frenzy. Frenzy's a reasonable card they could play. Yeah. A Fax over Feels, thanks for the biddies. A plus username. This hand's pretty reasonable. Put it mulligan to 6. Double Battle Rage is like a touch awkward, but like it's not the end of the world. Put it mulligan to 5. I guess the second Battle Rage is going to turn into Collective Brutality Escalate. The only thing that kind of sucks, I need to fetch shock, so I have all my colors here. Wow. Alright, well. A move that surprises few. The 5-card hand does not appear to be very good. How do you feel about double escalating here and just like checking for a bolt? Nah, if I check for a bolt, they're just gonna cast it. They could have a Goblin Grenade. I think it's probably still not worth it. All my cards are kind of okay too. Nice, Fax. Fax, if you haven't seen it yet, you should definitely try out the Vanifear Core deck. How many democracy points to shave your head now that you've had it dyed pink? I actually kind of like the pink. We're gonna keep it pink for a while. In fact, I made the promise that I would renew with a different neon color if we were still above 4,000 sub points after a month. Yeah, the egg league was real fast. Christy doesn't really care. In fact, we have a command for Christie's Fields on it. So they're at 1. Is it crazy to just get aggressive here? I think I actually just want to get aggressive here. I think I'm going to hit them with Hooting Mandrills, and then I'm going to Dismember something, paying 4, and then play Death Shadow. I think Christie's like fairly numb at this point to the things the internet would like request for me to do. Just like, they want to do what? What's the dollar amount? All right. Does the PT create viewership swings for me? Yeah, viewers are always much lower while major Magic events are going on. So that's actually part of the reason why I'm doing all Magic online today, because I want to, if I'm going to have low viewership anyways, I might as well play the format that gets even lower viewership. Fetch, Shock, Temur, Battle Rage, Bolt here is lethal, right? I'd like to pour one out for... Hooting Mandrills. Hooting Mandrills was very, very good this match. Played defense and allowed us to pivot, just like had more threats. Another 1 mana threat, basically. Yeah, right. Onward, upward, backward, forward. I need to take a good headshot today, and get a pink emote added to the channel. Yeah, I think this is a keep, right? Yeah, my queue has been a little bit backed up because I've only been doing one modern or legacy deck per day, so I'm clearing out some of the modern legacy decks that have a bunch of points built up on them. And the viewer count's gonna be low today because of the Mythic Championship going on, so I figured I might as well. Felt like a right mix of reasons to kind of clear some out. So this is our 4th Moto deck of the day, which I think there are only like 23 or 24 Moto decks in the queue, so it's like 20% of it is a good trim. All right, here's hoping that we draw a green source next turn. If we draw a green source next turn, we're gonna be in a real good spot. If we miss on it, we're probably gonna have a hard time. The second Swiftspear is actually a pretty good draw here in the face of 3-Bit Inspector, because like they block one of them, and then I Mutagenic Growth the other, which lets this one prowess through it. So we hit them for 4 this turn, and we kill their 1/2. Oh, they're playing Martyr proc. Can we ever win? I want to go to the next one. So, for people not familiar, for ones that haven't played much Modern, Martyr proc's a life gain control deck that just dumpsters aggro decks. If you don't, even if you have counter spells, it's a hard matchup. But without things like counter spells, we're just gonna get run over. Between them gaining lots of life and other things like that. What did we play today? We crashed and burned with 4-color Loman Legacy. We had a really good league with Bant Eldrazi in Modern, and then we had a kind of middling league with Summoner's Egg. This one's going okay so far. We're 1-0. We're 1-1 with a concession to the one that we dropped. Facts over Feels. Thank you very much for the tier 1 sub. Hope you're having a good Friday and a good start to your weekend. Thanks everyone for dropping in today. Good to see some folks still for Modern. This hand's like not amazing, but it's fine. So I don't have a turn 1 play regardless. So what I'm going to go ahead and do here is we're going to play our fetch land and we're going to Mishra's Bauble ourselves. And then if there's a card that we want to draw on top, we'll just draw it. If there's a card that we don't want to draw, we'll fetch Shock to shuffle it away. Yeah, today is all Modern. This is actually going to be my last league, so I'm planning to host the Mythic Championship. Oh, lordy. They're a Chalice of the Void deck. Oh. Oh, good. Woo! Woo! We didn't get Chalice. We did it. We dodged a bullet. Temur Battle Rage. I think I'm actually in for TBR here. Alright, so Stomping Ground, Godless Shrine here, I think. Get all of our colors, deal lots of damage to ourselves. And then next turn, I can Goyf, attack, Mutagenic Growth. Goyf attack, Mutagenic Growth, play Death Shadow plus Nacatl. I really hope. So the Eternal Scourge is actually great for us here because it means they're going to attack us and I get to Mutagenic Growth, eat their 2-1. Yay, free spells. Boop. Pump up, the bump up, the pump up, the jam. Do-do, do-do-do, do-do-do, do-do. So we're really hoping to draw a... We're really hoping to draw a fetch land next turn so we can Temur Battle Rage and become Immense in the same turn. Should be pretty lethal. Even if we don't draw that, just the Temur Battle Rage will put us up on deck. Oh, that's such a good line. Yeah, so this gets exiled when it gets targeted, and this would have been fine as a 3-4. So if I would have Mutagenic Growth this, it would have gotten exiled. And we still would have eaten their thing. That's a good catch. Thank you for pointing that out. Ooh, found a piece of candy. Unfortunately, they did take my other toy away. So we go ahead and just line up some good old attacks here. Yeah, this deck, like I said, these are the types of decks that I'm going to be accepting for Modern decks from now on. Decks that I either really love, like Blue-Black Fairies and Vanafear Cord, or decks like this that are just good, quality, proactive decks, have a great plan to execute. Wayworn Cypress, thank you for the 3-month resub. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. We are killing my Godless Shrine. Sure. Now I don't have to worry about Reality Smasher next turn, so thanks. Oh, they're banking on me not having a white source to get with this. Okay, that makes sense. I actually don't have a white source to get with this. Yeah, I'd play Green Black Rock. I think that deck's fine. They don't have any cards in their hand. So I'm going to keep my Wild Nacatl around here and just kill their thing with the Temur Battle Rage. Would I reject Restore Balance with Electro Dominance? I don't know, depending on what it looks like. I think Restore Balance in general is a fine deck in the format. It really is, Andrew. I didn't Temur Battle Rage the Nacatl because it was a 2/2 pikes. Because that's why they ghost quartered my thing. Alright, so I think I'm supposed to trim some of my ones in an effort to play around. Like, obviously I can't cut all of my ones, but I think some of my ones are supposed to come out in an effort to play around Chalice. How do we feel about Wild Nacatl versus Swiftspear? Nacatl's probably better than Swiftspear. What do we think of this? I think Chalice is annoying enough that I need to bring in Grudge. No, I think Shadow's really good. I think Shadow's better than Swiftspear. MTGO is good and functional. It emulates playing paper Magic fairly well. It's very functional. The number of bugs that exist in this application is actually very small considering how complex Magic is as a whole. Yep, it's just not a video game. It's a fine application for what it does. It's just not a video game. Completely agree. I don't see functional as a compliment. No, it's just a descriptor, right? It's not a compliment. It's a descriptor. All right, so they exiled 12 cards and none of them are Chalice of the Void. Oh gosh, they have Simian Spirit Guide too. Ooh, Relic. That's brutal. So this is fetching, Man, they are just hitting us on every axis. So I'll go Overgrown Tomb, Nacatl. Yay! We drew a fourth card that doesn't work. Yay! I mean, you're not vintage cubing competitively, right? Like you could go to Kinko's and print out a vintage cube for at home. That's true. They might just be dead to 2/3/3s. They have a bunch of hate cards. They have a Spatial Contortion here. That's sad. Well, we tried. We're going to get Thought Not Seared and lose our Death Shadow next turn, and then they'll have a 4/4. You play Vintage Cube at F&M? That's a real question. You play your vintage cube at FNM? Like you sanction your vintage cube? So they can actually trade their Mutavault for my Wild Nacatl here. They can block and then use Blink Moth to pump it up, which I'm okay with. It's actually a huge risk since I'm playing a Temur Battle Rage Mutagenic Growth deck, but unfortunately I don't get to punish them for it. And you sanction your cube draft. I guess I get to draw a card here and try and punish them. Sad. I guess knowing I'm playing against Relic, I'm going to cut some of these stealth things post board. I guess Ratchet Bomb kills their thing too, which is nice. I play a lot of different formats is the answer. That's actually really sweet. If they don't blow this Relic here, I get to play Hooting Mandrills. Yeah, sweet. Got him. Old Hoots Magoots. Well, that went better than expected. They're down to 2 cards in their hand. If they just, like, sit here and continue spinning their tires with Disruption, our 4/4s might run them out of the game. Because, like, I assume we're going to see them, like, pop Ratchet Bomb, or pop Relic, and then blow up Ratchet Bomb, and then, like, my Tarmogoyfs are now live. I mean, like, with the Ratchet Bomb is forcing their hand on the Relic, because, like, they don't know I have a grip full of Tarmogoyfs, right? So, like, we're actually kind of in an okay spot now. Like, they're going to blow Ratchet Bomb and put 2 creatures in the bin. Or put a creature, 2 card types in the bin, a creature and an artifact. Scavenger Ground is another way to hit on my thing. We're gonna see the old Reality Smasher on defense here. Sure. Please take this hit. Yeah, go. Alright, don't play a second Smasher. Do me a flavor. Don't play a second Smasher. Do-do. Do 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 All right, yep, come on, bring it. I would like to add that one to my trophy case, please. I would assume Hootie's just an extra threat in the sideboard. At least that's what we've been using him as, and he's been very good so far. This card's the reason that we're in this game, and it's the reason that we won the first match that we won. So, they're not dead on board here. I attack with Hootie, they block with Blink Moth, they make it a 2/2, and they live. But they're still in a very bad spot. Accidentally pressed my auto pass hotkey there. All right, and because they played out Ratchet Bomb here, we're actually going to go ahead and deploy 2 Tarmogoyfs this turn. Because Ratchet Bomb goes to 1 and kills Death Shadow, so I just want to put 3 lethal threats into play. I have a basic Forest in my deck, I believe. Yep. So just Goyf Goyf go. So they tried to become a colorless control deck this game, and it just really did not work out for them. So Sands like an ensnaring bridge here they should be just in. Temple all is dust. That's true. Second Temple all is dust is a way they can come back. It's been too long since I've gotten that card played against me out of Tron. Wasn't on my short list. All right. 2-1. 2-1. All right. Two more matches. Thanks everyone for hanging out today, doing a short stream, which is good. I think I could use a little bit of a break. Hang out. I'm gonna go get lunch with Christy after this, then watch the constructed portion of the Mythic Championship. I would love to play first with my aggro deck. Thank you for asking. I think it's super reasonable. Get to go Taylor into Taylor Thoughtseize attack for 4. We run white to make Wild Nacatl a 3/3, and then because we're already running it to make Wild Nacatl a 3/3, we play Faith Shield on the board. This deck won 2 MTGO Modern events in a row. Yeah, it seems very reasonable. So think about my lands. I think it's Stomping Ground, Godless Shrine. Yeah, that unlocks all my colors. We are incredibly pink. We are in fact a full-time meme now. No longer have to hold any semblance of being a respectable normal person. You're nothing but meme. I think this deck checks all of the boxes you want to check in Modern. This deck has a powerful, proactive, linear game plan while also being the tiniest bit interactive for disrupting your opponents who might occasionally be faster than you. I think that's basically everything you want to do in Modern. You want to be super linear, but just have a small amount of interaction for on the occasion when someone's rude and goes faster than you, you can say, no, stop that. Zarok, thank you for the 2-month resub. Awesome. Glad you're enjoying the mill deck. APR, thank you for the 2 months as well. I think there's an argument to play this over Grixis Shadow. I think both of these decks are very reasonable. This and Grixis Shadow, both reasonable. So if you enjoy this, I would recommend trying both, and whichever one you enjoy playing, pick that one. Not only do they have a bunch of limited, but they then they didn't have a lunch break. Ooh. Piece of candy. A black fetch land would have been better there than that, but like that's not a bad consolation prize. Like a black fetch land would have let me put 2 4/4 shadows into play here, which I would have preferred. Like we are, and this is like one of those matchups I just talked about, right? Like we are just racing here, and there's a chance our opponent's going to be faster than we are. They don't like fetch lands in Standard because fetch lands are tedious. And as far as paper Magic is concerned, fetch lands are like putting loading screens into your paper card game. Is there any substantial difference between the Mythic Championship? No, the Mythic Championship is just a rebranded Pro Tour. Johnny, the paper Mythic Championships are just rebranded Pro Tours. They have Lightning Axe, or they must be a Phoenix deck, huh? They must be a Phoenix deck. I thought they could have been Storm, but Lightning Axe makes me think they're a Phoenix deck and not Storm. Yeah, definitely a Phoenix deck. Okay. So, the Mythic Championship, it basically doesn't have more money in it. So, they're not providing airfare and travel for the players anymore. So, like, they added minimum payouts for people, but that money basically got offset from other places that they were paying out previously. And it might not be a direct wash. Maybe it's marginally more, but it's not the amount more that it looks like on paper. Yeah, I think a Johnny's a great idea, Polly, actually. Someone had suggested that on the YouTube video, and I think it sounds awesome. My poor Death Shadow. So the unfortunate part here is now... I guess I'm not dead next turn. London is the last one you're getting travel for, Mania. So, in order to not screw people who didn't know the thing was changing, so London, this one in London, and then after London, they will no longer be offering travel. So they've been a Phoenix and put it into play here. We are dead. Little bit too slow here. Congrats on queuing for London, by the way. Hope you have fun. Dead to Bolt as well. Alright, so Bolts, Temur Battle Rage, and Become Immense early. We got a bunch of lethal draws here for us. That is unfortunately not one of them. This is bigger than a bread box though, which is nice. I guess if I draw a bolt during their upkeep, I can kill them. I don't know if the Mythic Championships have... So, historically speaking, Pro Tours have never had time-shifted feature matches. It's been one of my biggest complaints about them. It is absurd that they do not. Yikes. Yeah, good game. Close game. I don't really have any outs to play around that, right? Just like had to hit my out, had to hit my thing. Explains why they kept a land that discarded a spell. Fatal Push and Duress sound awesome here. Mutagenic Growth is good because they're going to be shooting my stuff. Dismember is fine. This is a Become Immense out matchup. Lightning Bolt's not stellar. It doesn't kill much of their stuff. Doesn't help us beep beep go fast. Trim one of these. think I like this. Let's do this. Inquisition could be okay, though. Actually, Inquisition's probably better than Duress. Let's do that. Get a 5th discard spell. When you're boarding with a proactive deck like this one that I'm playing, and you're uncertain how to sideboard, less is always more is a good mantra to have, because like every card you bring in that's interactive, we're like diluting our linear game plan. So like we're slowing ourselves down. So if you're not certain if slowing yourself down is correct, just don't slow yourself down. Just try and run them down. What am I shuffling? Just an old sack of casual Magic cards. It's a red-green Madness deck that I found in my garage. Yeah, this deck's definitely very trim. All things considered. I would love to play first. Alright. So we go fetch shock, double shadow on 2. Hopefully draw another fetch land and go to town. Won't you take me to probably want to get Blood Crypt plus Overgrown Tomb here. Perfect. Hit a fetch land. Right. This puts me to 15. This puts me to 12. This does give them the opportunity to bolt one of my Death Shadows, but I think that's okay. It's a bolt that's like not going to my dome later to help them race. Yeah, I'm not playing around Fork Bolt in this matchup post board. It's definitely not a card on my radar worth playing around. We are almost done for the day. This is match 4 of this league. This is my last one. They have limited, and then they have a lunch break. Even additional fetch lands are like fine draws here at this point. Thoughtseize is excellent, because it means I get to clear the way, make my shadow bigger, and then hopefully kill them with Temur Battle Rage next turn. They ditched a bird here. Have you heard about the bird? I said a bird. Bird's the word. I said a bird. Do 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 do. Oh, they left in Crackling Drake in this matchup. That's adorable. Hadouken! Ah! Come and get it. Get her done. Boop, boop. Do I want to be more interactive on the draw? I think I do. I think I want Assassin's Trophy over Become Immense on the draw, so I can have more ways to consistently take Thing in the Ice off the table. They also left Crackling Drake in their deck, so I think having more ways to kill that is like not negligible. Graveyard hate. Interactive. What? Get out of here. Graveyard. The graveyard hate plan is like put you in a little box in the ground. Put you in a little box and stuff you into the ground. Ooh. Ooh. The graveyard plan is to put them in the graveyard. Yep, exactly. See, you get it. Hit the nail on the head. We are 2-1, and we are in game 3 of our 4th match here. Please cast Thing in the Ice. The new Mulligan rule sounds great. Sign me up. Why do I have to wait till London? That's the quote. Why do I have to wait till London? All right, don't put 2 phoenixes in the bin. One, God bless America, my country. 'Tis of thee, sweet land of liberty, of thee I sing. Bum 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 bum. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Fatal push that. I go to 14. I shock to 12. I play a Death Shadow. I hold up Dismember. We kill them the following turn with Temur Battle Rage, ideally. You're me, Yugi boy. This is all I got. Just you, me, and Mr. McGee. This is Mr. McGee right here. He's kind of scary. So I'm electing not to play out the Monastery Swiftspear here, because if they Lightning Bolt my Death Shadow, I would like to Dismember their Arclight Phoenix in response. Whoop, whoop. This is my 5/5. Your bird is dead. So we could die here. If they go land, bolt my face, other 1-mana spell, they do kill us. However, I think the risk is worthwhile to the reward here. Sure. What spell? What spell? Weird use of Dispel. Unless that's their only other spell and they have another bolt here. If they have a bolt, we're dead. Just Faithful Soon. They can have a second bird. They can have a third bird. Don't tell me about your birds. Your birds are very scary. I've heard about your birds and they terrify me. Please don't do it. Have a heart. Have a heart, opponent. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. If they don't, they're in the tank here. They're in the tank, which implies they don't have another bird. All right. All right. Come on. Come on, come at me. All right, you're dead. You're dead. Welcome to Thunderdome. Activated my trap card, opponent. Ha! Got him. Onward, upward, backward, forward. See, these are the modern decks that I'm gonna continue. We're gonna continue to play because they're wonderful. They're super exciting. You just get to mow people down. It embodies everything that modern is about. I came to the conclusion that it wasn't that I dislike Modern and Legacy, it's that I dislike the garbage tier decks. I just can't do it. Just play the good decks. Just play the good decks. So it is Hadana's Climb. Hadana's Climb is Temur Battle Rage. Should OP have played around Temur? So what happens if they play around Temur Battle Rage? Let's say they attack with nothing. If they attack with nothing, I have a 5/5, I shock to a 7/7, I play a Swiftspear, I attack with both, I Temur Battle Rage at them for 14/16. Yeah, maybe they're supposed to no attack there. Maybe they're supposed to no attack there. Yeah, if a deck is garbage, it needs to be like Narset Cannon for me to play it. It has to be wacky and impressive. Nah, I put Vanafear under the high potential section of my website. We'll definitely be playing that one again at some point. I'd encourage you to look at the deck list pictures before making card suggestions. Generally speaking, looking at deck list before you suggest cards for it is a good move. It's a power play, one could argue. Don't mind me, just over here hammering my health total. Sorry, Moto is having issues here. All right, I'm just gonna take their Thought Scour and leave them stranded with double Gurmag Angler. Let's draw a fetch land next turn and play Death Shadow plus Wild Nacatl. Now that's what I'm talking about. Do 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 do. Pew 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 pew. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Pew 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 pew. Pew 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 pew. Pew 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 pew. Do 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 do. Are they dead next turn? Are they dead? Are they dead next turn? This is gonna be 12, 15. Only 15 next turn. That's incredibly sad. Yeah, Storm's a great deck submission. Storm is everything you want to be doing in Modern. It is quite... Oh! Well, so they've only had 2 draw steps here. But I'm just gonna have no respect. Are they auto-passing? It almost feels like they're auto-passing. Dude, this one. Here, hit it. Hit it. Check it. See. Wreck it. See. Sounds great, Chalky. Sounds wonderful. All right, look at that. They played no spells and they died on my 3rd turn. Welcome to Modern. That was turn 5. That was turn 5. You know, they took 2 turns. We took 3 turns. I'm pretty sure we're actually supposed to become more interactive in this matchup. I'm pretty sure that the combo kills are actually bad here, even though we did just get them with it. So I think I want to bring in all my removal, and I want to trade Become Immense for Hootie. The question is, do I want Faith Shield over Temur Battle Rage? Lightning Bolt's not very good here. Let's trade Lightning Bolt for Faith Shield. About Claim as another threat. Yeah, I think that's smart. This is definitely a Let's Grind card. Yeah, I'm gonna leave 1 Temur Battle Rage in because I love Demise, but I think we're supposed to cut most of the combo related things here. This is a playable Jund deck, yeah. This is a good modern Jund deck. I think this is a keep. They're gonna like cast Inquisition or Thoughtseize and take my Mishra's Bauble away, and we're never gonna find a second land, and we're gonna weep silently in the corner and cry. But I think I keep this. And this is again one of the things that I dislike about these discard mirrors in Modern. Just playing against discard decks in general is like you don't really make your hand that much better by like mulliganing aggressively. So it's like, I could mulligan aggressively and then, like, get my hand torn apart anyways, or I could just, like, hang tight. Yep. All right. Lucky, lucky, lucky. Chat, listen. If we miss the second land drop next turn, I'm blaming you. This is your fault if you don't believe. So I need you to channel your energy into the top of our deck so we can hit a second land drop. Would really prefer to. Oh, they don't have a second land either. Excellent. Ooh, a redraw. All right. Well, time to punch them in the face back. You've been punching my face. It's only fair that I punch you in yours, opponent. What you got? What you got? Lots of Thought Scours and a Snapcaster Mage. All right, I will take your threat. The bolt's good to know about. The bolt is something that we can hopefully play around. Really bold that they elected to Thoughtseize me last turn as opposed to Thought Scouring to try and hit their second land. Rats! We're so unlucky. We're so unlucky. Yikes! All right, are we done here? Are we done here? I feel like we're done here. I'm going to go to the next one. I'm going to just mosey along. What's going on, Dibbles? Thanks for the 2 months. I appreciate you shipping your Beza bucks back this way again. I appreciate it. Moto's getting a little... God, it's been a long time since we've played Moto long enough for the memory leak to impact, huh? What are we at? Moto is at 2.6 gigawatts of RAM. It's a lot of gigawatts, chat. So many a gigawatts. Hello, Bingo. Hello, Yoshi. Thank you for the Prime support. Welcome. Thanks for keeping me in play. This is going to be my last game of the day, folks. Thanks, everyone, for hanging out. My last game of the morning. I might sneak back on. No promises. I'm going to be on at some point this weekend when the Mythic Championship is not playing Standard. This hand is just not good enough. No gamble, no future, chat. No gamble, no future. Would like the record to reflect no gamble, no future. The entire weekend will not be Moto only. I'll probably be firing up the stream shortly after or shortly before the Mythic Championship's going to finish. And then that will allow me to capture people who are done watching the Mythic Championship into my stream playing Standard. These last two games have just been the cumulative variance catching up with us, unfortunately. Did I ever publish a sideboard guide anywhere? I did not. I'm going to do that. I'm going to get that written this afternoon while I watch the Mythic Championship, actually. Is a Jace Vryn's Prodigy. Interesting. And by interesting, I mean we're dead. I think we're dead. I think we've died. Ask Watsy if they'll host me, right? I'm gonna take one more shot at land here. They binned Gurmag Angler. That doesn't bode well for the home team. Means there's a second real big fish. Nope, not yet. Nope, there is a second real big fish. Okay, if we hit the black swords for the trophy, we'll keep playing Magic. That's just the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. So, we went 3-2. One of the matches we lost was I conceded to Martyr Proc rather than kick and flail around against that archetype that we're going to be very bad against. And then we kept some speculative hands and bricked off on our second land here twice in a row against Grixis Shadow. All things considered, I think this deck just, you know, we talk about things that are good and bad in Modern. This deck ticks all the boxes, in my opinion, that you want to check in Modern. This deck can literally kill people on the third turn of the game, like we did once or twice in that league. But past that, It also has small amounts of interaction, so that way, when your lethal nut draws don't come together, you can be a little bit interactive to slow down the other modern decks that are also trying to kill you by turn 3. So if you're looking for a deck, I think it seems like a very reasonable choice. People often ask, we're going to ask, like, you know, how do you think about this versus Grixis Shadow? I think they're just slightly different decks. This deck's a little bit more linear than Grixis Shadow, so I think I personally prefer it to Grixis Shadow, but I think if you enjoy the play patterns that Grixis Shadow produces, it's also a very reasonable deck, even if it is a bit less linear than this one. Thanks everyone for watching. Be sure to follow me on Twitch and Twitter for notifications on when I go live and with what I am going to be live with some Standard this weekend at some point, but I'm not sure exactly when, and I'll be back with Modern on Monday morning. So thanks for watching, folks. I'll catch all y'all around later. Remember, if you want more content from myself, you can head on over to my website or my YouTube channel. And I will be hosting the Magic channel for the rest of the day here if you want to stay and chat about that. So have a good one.